glad she's not dancing. We don't need her to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever keeps her going.
Mhm.
She's monitoring the knee. Okay. Monitoring. Or the leg. I think the shiny tape is on the leg mostly.
Sometimes she's been good. She's been doing good without it sometimes too.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the.
Waiting for you. Just waiting.
Waiting.
We've already got people from New York, Minneapolis, Columbia, and Chicago in the room.
Oh.
Hello.
Let's go, Liberty.
MLVC.
Excuse me, but I'm singing in one key and you're singing in another.
Poor is the man whose pleasures depend on the permission of another.
Open the door now and suffocate.
Just give me a fan.
I don't trust any man who hasn't kissed another man.
I'm waiting.
All right, people, it's time to get your dancing shoes on. You're listening to MLVC. It's all Madonna, all the time.
Welcome to the party, bitches.
All right, you're listening to MLVC, the Madonna podcast, your place for all things Madonna Louise, Veronica Ciccone. Hey, everybody, it's Liberty.
Hey guys, it's Tony. Welcome back.
Well, it's Ben. We're at it again.
Hey, everybody, it's Stefan, your Celebration Tour correspondent. How's everybody doing today?
Doing good. I mean, I've nothing to complain about. Well, that's great, right?
Nothing really matters, Tony. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Love is all we need.
Sleep is all I need.
Yeah. Yeah. So you two finally got to meet up in person. That was
did.
Tell us all about this salacious evening of poetry in Brooklyn.
Well, there was no poetry. My friend Holly and I, last minute, we were sitting getting tipsy in Soho, and we decided to go ahead and surprise some friends of ours who were in town for a book release. Oh shoot, I should have had the book over here.
Yeah.
To talk about it.
Ill-prepared, Ben. You've wrapped yourself in a winter blanket, and you've just forgotten how to use your arms.
No, I'm just so tired from all the walking. I'm not used to that. So yeah, we went to Books Are Magic on Montague Avenue in Brooklyn and went to this amazing party. And while I was sitting there, we were texting, and he was like, "Oh, I'm down the street." He wasn't even down the street. He was across the intersection.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so we went and met Tony and his friends, and we closed the place down. They were literally cleaning the entire place around us.
Wow.
And we finally were like, we should probably leave.
No, it was really fun. It was the Grand Canyon, which is a diner that I'd been going to since 1999. And it was my friend Steve, my best friend Shannon that I grew up with, who used to live in Brooklyn Heights. And and we all, we hung out with Ben and his friend, and we had the best time. It was really fun. It was very impromptu. And we just traded stories all night. It was fun.
So Tony and Ben and myself have all met one another. The only person none of us have yet met in person is Miss Liberty.
Am I AI? We will never know.
We will.
Maybe I'm not even real.
We will meet. And my best friend Shannon lives in Austin now. So when I go to Austin to visit her, road trip, right?
Yes, that's doable.
Yeah.
I can totally do that because I go to Austin kind of frequently. Well, not infrequently, let's say. So I just,
they know your name at a couple bars.
unfortunately, I'm not much of a bar person, but I would make myself.
Oh, come on. There's mechanical bulls with nameplates. Liberty Road here.
Well, I wonder if the gay country bar Midnight Rodeo is still there. I also wonder if Oil Can Harry's is there. But hey, it's been a while since
I've heard of that place. Yeah. I think the last bar I went to in Austin was when I went to see Monty Pittman. That was the last time I went out in Austin, a bar. But I've gone to, I go to shows or concerts and things like that. And of course, art.
Yeah, next time I'm there, I'll give you plenty of notice and we'll meet up there.
Okay, that sounds good.
Wait,
Well, I
are we
don't-
gonna have to wait? Are we gonna have to go to Texas to meet you, Liberty?
No, like I'm working on maybe I'm trying to see if I can at least get to a show besides my Austin show. I just don't know how to work it because it is so difficult to, especially with how much I've had to be out, like different things as a teacher. It's just
Right.
so hard
Obviously,
to get
you have
out.
to you have to show up to school in order to do
Yeah,
your job.
I
So,
do.
Madonna. Most of
kind of-
Madonna's rescheduled shows are during the week. You know,
Yep.
and tu parles en français, and you can't
Yeah.
do that when you're
I can't teach virtually, unfortunately.
Exactly. Yeah.
I relate, Liberty. The non-summer tour dates are just
It's brutal.
yeah.
It really is. It really is. But I mean, I know that I'm thinking positively, and I'm really trying to focus on not having to wait till Austin. I just don't feel like I can. Just as I see all the pictures, I think sometimes that is what affects my
FOMO.
mood. The FOMO, yes, the feeling of why not me and everybody else is doing it, and I will get there, and I know that I'm not the only one in that little boat, and soon at least one of us is going to pop our cherry to see her on this tour.
Stefan,
Maybe.
next
Maybe.
week. Next week. Tell
My
us.
God,
tell us.
I know.
Before we dive into that, though, what you just said, Liberty, rose an interesting question. Did we, before the internet, when was really what it is now, and the tours happened, and we would see I remember seeing Blonde Ambition and Girly Show in like Entertainment Weekly, and did we have the same kind of FOMO? Was it the same?
Mm-mm.
I don't feel like it was.
I did not. I can tell you that.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say not the same. It started when it was being posted. I think that's really where social media kind of heightened the feeling of, and wait a minute, there are people who go to more than one show, even two shows. I can't even imagine, I couldn't even fathom that. And I would say that the last, maybe Reinvention was the last time where I felt, let's say, disconnected from that, camaraderie, sort of needing to be there, except for just wanting to go to see a show. That's just been pretty standard, but.
Yeah, I mean, I had
multiple show people. Woo.
I know it's exhausting watching them do it too, but hey, I'm a month away from going to see her, and I'm already starting to oh my God, it's really happening, because
So what day are you seeing her, Tony?
Saturday, December 16th at Barclays.
So it's the first New York show she's doing, right? That's
no,
the first...
she's doing the 13th. I'm seeing the last
that's right.
one.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Right, because I know some people are going to that. Yeah, I'd love to see her in New York, but I'm seeing her enough, and
the best part is that I can walk to the venue from where I live.
Go.
So
even better, because then when it's like a late night, you don't have to worry about public transport or a taxi. It's just like
walk down the street.
Yep.
Mhm.
yeah, and I've heard from a couple of listeners that are going to be here for the show, and we're going to meet up before.
Nice.
Maybe I'll have people over here. I don't know yet, but either way, it's going to be fun going to a show and knowing people there.
I wonder if
that'll
they'll
be
do
exciting.
a pop-up shop in Brooklyn.
I don't know. She'll be here for a few days, so
Yeah.
three nights, I think.
Isn't that the first US, right? So
Yes.
probably I'm going to say a yes on that one.
I question: will it be in Brooklyn or will it be somewhere downtown?
No, right.
Right.
No,
yeah,
I mean, last time, remember, Stefan, the pop-up shop
was
in
around
Chelsea.
the corner from me in Chelsea, and then you had to go to BAM to see the show. So
Yeah.
that's because that's where the Live Nation building was. That's why
Yeah.
they were like,
I mean,
we don't have to pay for a space because we'll just use the downstairs.
I'm thinking that, yes, why not? I mean, if they did it in London, they have to, they would have to maybe reciprocate, hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers
Yeah.
crossed. Yeah. Well, we all haven't been together like this for a hot minute, and I thought, let's get together and have a little chat about all things Madonna.
Yeah, and also other Madonna adjacent activities. Stefan, please tell us what you did this weekend.
Yes, Stefan, will you take us there?
Yes, I will do. Let's do a little This Week in Ciccone. This Week in Ciccone.
See, I get what I want.
This Week in Ciccone adjacent. So this past weekend, I had the auspicious privilege of meeting Loudon Trot.
Gosh.
Atlanta Trots with the 3 T's from Who's That Girl? None other than Griffin Dunne.
Oh, so cool.
One of our listeners, Michael, who lives in the Philadelphia area, he and I were having brunch a couple months ago, I guess. And he was like, did you know that Griffin Dunne is going to be at a horror convention in the Philadelphia suburbs? And I was like, no. And he was like, we should go and wear Who's That Girl t-shirts and get a photo op with him. And I was like, sold. I'm there. Let's do it. So that's what we did. We found these Who's That Girl t-shirts on Etsy. I mean, they're cheap, terrible quality. I'm afraid to wash it because I feel like the print will just come right off in the wash. But
It served its purpose. That's
exactly.
okay.
It's all about it was all about the visual. And let me just paint the scene for you. So it's a horror convention. Griffin Dunne, who was in American Werewolf in London back in the 80s. That's why he's at a horror convention, not because of This Is Us. But he never does horror conventions. It's like a rarity for him. But I guess David Naughton and him were both there to do group. David Naughton was the lead in American Werewolf in London, and he was the werewolf. And they were there to do photo ops. And so you could also do like an autograph session where you could like pay $50 to like get an autograph. So Michael was like, let's do that. And we went to the table. And so like all of the people there had like horror pictures. So like if you paid the money for the autograph, you could get a picture and that's what they would autograph for you. And would you believe Griffin Dunne, out of all the other pictures of the horror and like he actually had a Who's That Girl picture. I was like, that is hysterical. So I'm sure his team probably never thought anyone would ever use that for one of the autographs. But Michael and I were wearing these white Madonna Who's That Girl t-shirts. Everyone else in the venue was wearing black or like goth, or like it was like a Frozen video of like just goth everywhere, people with like blood splattered makeup and like it was his Michael Myers, Scream, like Friday the 13th, just knives and this, that. And like,
that's crazy.
Then there's Michael and I in like these Nikki Finn t-shirts, and you would see people clocking us as we were walking around. Like they would just look at us and look at our t-shirts, and you could see them not understanding because it didn't say Madonna. It just said, Who's That Girl? With Madonna with her boobs.
They're like, is that a scary movie?
I mean,
I think they were trying to figure it out.
Oh, they probably thought it was one of Chucky's New Brides.
Right.
But anyway, the other person who had a fantastic face was, of course, Griffin Dunne. When we get up to him at the signing, the autograph, and he looked at the t-shirts, and he just sort of like shook his head and smiled and had a little chuckle to himself. Aww. And he's like, "Hey, how are you?" And he was super friendly and really nice. And Michael had told him that. A story about how he was taken to the movie theater by his mom to see Who's That Girl and how much he loved it. And then, of course, I did a pitch to get him on the show. I was like, oh, my God, I host a Madonna podcast. We'd love to have you on.
We've had James Foley.
Yeah, that's what Michael said. And Michael's like, yeah, they had James Foley on the show. I'm like, and Griffin was impressed. He was like, oh, you did? I was like, yeah. And then I told him that Cody Mundy lended a story about how him and Madonna did push-ups during one the scenes that they were doing, and he was impressed. He was like, "Oh, that sounds really good." He's like, "Yeah, send me a message." So I've sent him a message.
Nice.
I don't know if we will actually get him on the show, but it's not for lack of trying. Let me tell you.
Right.
But he was very friendly, He loved it. And then we did the official photo op. Mm-hmm. So he saw us again and he was like, oh, hey, you two again.
I'm glad that's really good. I'm really happy that he was cordial and good about it, given the circumstance that probably was not, that was probably a left field. You made his day interesting.
So I asked him, I said, we'd love to have you on the show to talk about your experience doing the movie. He's like, it was a lot of fun times doing that movie.
Oh, that's great.
So when you messaged, did you send the link to the Foley interview or the movie episode?
So I tagged him in the post, and then just in case he sees that, because when you tag somebody, they can see the message a little bit sooner. Yeah. I then sent a quick message as well. So that way, if he saw the tag, he would see the message as well and said, great meeting you. We'd love to have you on the show to talk about your career and anything you'd want to share about Who's That Girl. Super short and sweet.
To be a voice actor in the sequel that we're writing, just saying.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't tell him about Nikki's Revenge.
To resume your role as Loudon.
Yeah, we don't want to scare him. But yeah, I've got plenty of questions for him. I mean, I followed his career for a long time. In fact, when I had seen After Hours, the Scorsese film he did right before it, when Who's That Girl came out, I was like, wow, that guy from After Hours is going to be in a movie with Madonna. Like, what's this going to be like, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Especially Rosanna Arquette was in After Hours too. Like, it was like all this connectivity.
They're still friends. Did you? I think when Griffin was in New York last year or something, there was a picture of him and Rosanna Arquette.
That's right.
Yeah, and also Linda Fiorentino, who was in Vision Quest, was also in After Hours.
So 6 Degrees.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah, he was very friendly, and it was a fun, trippy moment. Like, it was weird because he's just a person, and but it was fun. My mom was impressed because she loved him on This Is Us. Oh, you met the guy from This Is Us. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I had no idea he was in that show, but
me neither. I've never watched it.
God bless.
He played Uncle Nicky.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, that was my fun Sunday in the suburbs.
I loved that. I liked seeing. Thank you for sharing your photos experience.
Yeah,
cool.
Well, it was funny because I was like, Madonna has put this in me where I'm like, you put this in me. So now what? Madonna, she's always teasing us with stuff. So now I'm like, oh, I'll tease that we're at this convention, but I won't give it away until you see the photo op. And of course, I didn't think, people are going to think I'm in Paris because I said I was going to Paris to see the show.
Oh,
and
right.
Today's the first night in Paris. And so all of a sudden I start getting all these messages. Oh, enjoy the show. Have fun tonight. I'm like, no, it's not Paris. So then I wanted to post a picture much faster because I was like, to stop the onslaught of messages. So to be clear, anyone who's listening, I'm seeing the show on the 19th in Paris. So.
Okay, but can somebody explain? So how is that? She's in Paris last night and the night before, leaving Paris, and then where's she going?
Cologne, and then
Cologne, and then back to Paris.
Yeah, she's in Cologne, I think Wednesday and Thursday, and then she goes back to Paris. I don't know why.
That's crazy. Okay, I don't know why. Interesting. That's a lot to pack up.
Back.
Yeah, that's a lot to pack up.
It's probably the venue just being available, right? Probably.
Yeah,
I would assume so.
Yeah, the whole Europe thing, it just goes zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. And that's why I was unclear, because I kept to ask. That's why I had to, even I messaged you like, wait, when are you going? Because
well, I mean, it's the same thing like with the US, she's doing Brooklyn, and then she's going down to DC, and then there's a couple weeks off, and then she comes back and she's going back and forth. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
How would you keep that straight?
So I have not followed the show. I mean, I see the photos, but I'm not looking at any footage or any video, not since opening night. What has changed? What's going on that you guys know about?
Well, somebody in the chat just mentioned her speech about dying in Paris the other night. Like, what I like, it was playing in the background, but it seemed like she went into a little more detail. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of the accounts post about it, and she was talking just about how she couldn't get out of bed for 2 weeks, how Guy Oseary came to her bedside and asked her if she thinks that she could do it, like how much time do you, like, are you able to do this? Will you be able to do this? And she had said that the doctor said it could take you, 2 weeks. It could take you 8 months. We have no idea how long it's going to take you to recover from this. And she said she likes to think of herself as Wonder Woman, and that she can, take care of it. She could overcome any obstacle that comes her way. But that this had sucked her energy, that she's like, she didn't even have the energy to go to the bathroom sometimes.
Wow.
Which is, I'm sure, strange for her, because she's always wanting to go.
And she's always in the bathroom.
Yeah, I mean, this was a little disconcerting for all of us, because, in her entire career, the only time Madonna's been in a hospital is,
when she had her nose job.
Well,
had her babies.
Her secret visits to the hospital, but also, when she had children. I mean, she never.
Well, that's what she said when she went in for her cesarean with Rocco or Lolo, one of them. I'm off for my nose job now.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what she did?
Famously quoted. I've read that in like 3 or 4 biographies. Yes, that's not what I was insinuating, people.
I was going to say, check your Instagram. You've got some hate mail already.
Those babies are bona fide, okay?
The real thing, yes, for sure.
So a lot of the fans that I've been speaking to at the shows, I think who have been seeing repeat shows, the thing that they've noticed is how much more comfortable and warmed up to the show she's been since the opening in London, and how her energy is really increased a lot. I've been watching some of the clips, even though I just give up now, and I'm like, all right, they're in the feed. Well, I don't care. It'll be a couple days. I'll see it live. But I feel like I've seen the show already. Like it's not like there's going to be no surprises. I'll just be like, oh, here's where she does this.
Yeah.
I'll just know. But I think they've said her energy is like really great, and she's starting to loosen up and be a bit more comfortable with what she's doing.
She's feeling better about it, and coming into now it's becoming where it's body memory, right? Physical memory, the moves and all of that is just becoming natural for her. So that's
Which is when she does her best work. So, I'm also excited to see the influx of energy that she gets when she comes to America, because, it's going to be off the charts,
I think that's also what I spoke with Daniel before this, who saw the show tonight, and he was saying that because he had seen it in London and he saw it in Stockholm, and he said that the Paris audience was the best by far.
Always.
He's like, they were all on their feet. They were giving her everything that she needed. And because, I think in Stockholm, people were sitting, like they weren't even like, they were just.
That's a cultural thing, though.
Yeah. Exactly.
French audiences do not come to play. Like they go hard. So that's why I'm super excited for you.
They go hard or they go home.
Yeah, they do not mess around. So you're going to have a rough night if you're not used to standing up. But
I'm bringing my Advil. Don't worry. They've got, you know what? I'm not bringing Advil because they have really good ibuprofen over there.
Yeah, they do. Like, French pharmacy.
I'm telling you, go to a Parisian pharmacy if you have some aches and pains, and get something over the counter, and you're just going to be like flying through the rest of the day.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how how it's legal. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, and people camping out, like that's another thing that I haven't seen in a while, right?
Crap.
People camping out in
the rain.
Yes.
It's crazy. They are not messing around over there.
Well, a few months ago, whenever that was, when Mylène Farmer, who's often been considered like the French Madonna, when she was doing her big stadium shows, and people were camping out like 4 days, like for a full week in advance, waiting for, there's one particular Madonna fan that I can think of, Amber Flynn, I think is her name, but she was also like camping for Mylène Farmer for days. But if you want that front row, there's only one thing to do, and let's get yourself a tent that you don't care about if it's gone when you come back, because days. Yeah. So have a good time. I can't wait. I'm super excited.
We can't wait to hear your firsthand account.
Are you going live after your experience?
I'm going to try. Yeah, I'm bringing my laptop. So that's the plan.
Very exciting.
One of us should interview you as the fan.
Yeah.
It's going to be late. You're going to be ready for that?
Like how late?
Late for me, not late.
Yeah, it'll
for
be
you.
late for you, not for us. Like I'll be having dinner.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess it'll be around like 6:30, 6:44. Well, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get from the venue to the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not like I have a chariot waiting for me. You know,
why not?
Is this some chariot with a hot hunky man holding an MLVC sign? That would be nice if that could happen. If there's any, you know,
if anyone's listening and they have a chariot,
yeah.
There's a really good store you should go to as well in Paris of Madonna stuff. I'll send it
Lucky
to you
Records.
later. Yes.
Lucky Star Records. Yes. You definitely have to hit them up.
Yeah. Very cool. Just to browse or take a look around. That's a good, if you get the opportunity. I know that
I've got a very busy social.
Yes,
schedule.
I know, darling.
No, I'm in, and then it's just not, you know, I don't know how early I'm getting in line. That I'm not camping out. I refuse to.
You just do whatever you can and have
it. What's the venue like? Is it like a general admission kind of thing?
Yeah. So there's there is general admission floor. But yeah, according to Daniel, who saw it tonight, he said even general admission floor, you can get in really good. And he said he didn't get there that early. He got there at 5:30, and they let him in at like 7:30. So
well, you've got the height advantage as well, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, just step over people.
Yeah,
exactly. Clamor.
No, I would never do that.
No, I want to know, are you going to be watching it through your phone or just put your phone in your pocket?
I don't know. I definitely would like to get some photos and video just so that way I can have it as a memory. Plus, I did get my new iPhone specifically for that reason.
Wow.
So I can zoom in. Well, the battery of my old one, I had a 12 and the battery was literally not holding a charge for like more than 5 hours. And I was like, that is not going to work.
No.
Going to Paris to see Madonna. I'm like, I cannot be in line being like, I need a plug. Can somebody?
Yeah.
Voulez-vous?
Chargez mon portable.
Stefan, someone in the chat has asked, what are you wearing for the show?
Yes. Is it a surprise?
It is a surprise. Yes.
Okay.
I will tell you this. It is a statement outfit. It is very loud and obnoxious.
It is. Oh, I cannot wait.
But it's fun.
So Paris.
It's a lot of fun. I'm very excited to be. It's my tour uniform.
Wait, did we
surprise?
Did we already see this in the group chat?
I think I sent it to you. Yeah.
Oh, we have. Oh, you're right.
I think I sent it to you. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I will make the reveal. You'll trust me. If you're going to be in Paris, you will see me wearing you will not
Paris,
be able to see
you
me.
are not going to miss him if that's what he's wearing. Yeah. Madonna's not going to miss him. She's going to stop the show and be like, WTF.
I know.
Yeah, no, it's cute. It's a fun outfit, I gotta say.
That's so cool.
I'm wearing it at every show that I go to, so hopefully I'll have to find a way to clean it.
Now the way that the stage is set up, is she able to see people or is it high up, elevated?
It seems that it's a high show, but I think she's able to interact with people. I mean, I think when she's doing the speeches, she's been talking to people in the audience. But that front stage where she's doing Nothing Really Matters and like a prayer and all that. I mean, Neil from Madonna Fan Party had said, he's like, it's like 8 feet high. He's like, it's
holy mackerel.
It's really so Liberty. When you go, don't stand up close.
You're gonna have to wear.
You're gonna need to stand far away.
Shoes like this.
Yes, we're huge platforms.
And I wonder who's going to be the guest judge for the Vogue number in Paris. That should be interesting.
She's been doing a lot of celebrities. I don't. Ben, does anyone say in the chat who the judge was for tonight?
It was last night it was Gautier, right?
Well, that was in Lisbon. That was in Lisbon.
That was Lisbon. Nobody in the chat has said who it was last night.
I believe it was 2 people. And I forget somebody tagged them in a post, and one's like an artist, and I forget the guy. The woman has very dramatic makeup. I forget who it was, and I don't know who it was today. I assume
maybe you'll get Christine and the Queens. Maybe you'll get Christine.
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully.
Yeah, I wonder. I know. I hope somebody's keeping a running list of all of the people that she's bringing up, because it's as well as the opening acts. Like, I love. Did you see Stewart was DJing?
I saw
last night
That's
and tonight.
So cool.
And last night, Stewart, William Orbit, and Mirwais.
And Mirwais, same place, same time. Woo.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Speaking of DJs, this is funny. One of my friends went to see Kylie Minogue in Vegas last night, and Jelly Bean Benitez was the guest DJ there. And I'm like,
wow.
When they announced, go ahead.
Somebody in the chat just said it was a designer. I don't know if this is real. Named Fecal Matter.
No, that's that last night. That's who it was. That's not the name of it. It's
Good night, Ben.
Good night.
Good night.
And we've lost Ben now for the rest of the show.
Oh my gosh. Hey, I'll talk really quickly about what was really cool last week was the going live with the rehearsal.
Oh yeah.
That was
fun.
That was fun. Yes, it is. It's Fecal Matter. That's the name of the person.
Fecal Matter.
It's
I'm
no
shit. Google that.
Yeah, I don't know. That was last night though. It was.
I don't know what that's going to do to my search algorithm, but I'm about to Google that.
on your Instagram. Yeah, it's a very dramatic makeup. I don't know who the guy was with her though, and then I don't know who was tonight. If anybody knows who tonight was, well, they're probably asleep by now.
Yeah,
but
we will find out.
Eventually, it'll come to us.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh,
it's not nasty. Like it's like a very it's very artful. The artist.
It's very much like the project that she did when the stuff came out of her chucha.
Oh,
her AI art project, the NFT.
Yes. Okay.
Or like those the watercolor artist T-shirts.
Oh yeah.
She seems to be in that sort of art vibe right now. Like that's very much. I don't know. I when I first saw those watercolor pictures of her that made it onto T-shirts, I was kind of like, why, Madonna? Why?
Oh, see, I liked those.
Yeah, I like them too.
Now I thought they were warming up to them. They've really grown on me, and I'm not buying one at the show. I will wait until they're unloading them on sale next year. Because y'all know that there's going to be leftovers of those. Oh, speaking of T-shirts, so I got this today. So you might remember this for everyone who's listening later. It's a T-shirt that was offered at the original run of Madame X and BAM for like the first 2 weeks or so. It's a picture of her from the album cover, but it's highly embellished, and I think they called it the Saint Madonna T-shirt. And they pulled that T-shirt from the merch bars because they apparently hadn't signed an official contract with the artist who embellished the photograph. And so they weren't allowed to sell it because he hadn't given his permission for the art to be sold. So they pulled them all, I guess, between when Madame X tour ended in 2019 and now, or 2020 when Madame X ended abruptly, thanks to COVID. They must have signed a contract to be able to sell them because I found it on merchbar.com. And if you want the Saint Madonna T-shirt that I'm wearing, $35 on merchbar.com.
No, it's really cool. I love that image with the embellished artwork because I wasn't a big fan of that head wrap that she was wearing.
The scarf. I had that T-shirt too, but this one is much better. Like I just love the crown. It's actually this. Yeah, it's fun.
They have so much.
Yeah, merch bars are actually really great. If you have never been on Merch Bar, go on a Merch Bar because they've got like some really old merch that they don't have at the store, and but it's good stuff.
Ooh. All right, good.
Thanks for that tip, Dave.
Yeah.
Also, let's go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm back. I went down an Instagram rabbit hole, so let me learn how to talk again. What's everybody saying? Oh, that's the American translation. That's why their name. That's not actually their name. That's just how it translates in English. Okay, interesting. Oh, people love the live rehearsal. That was great. Someone cracked a joke. Nothing really fecal matters. Okay.
Oh, no.
Not again. Oh, my God.
It fits.
That's touche.
Also, let's talk about how great she looks in this last week when she was doing all those photo ops. I mean, it's like back to when she was at 106 in Park, when she came out. I mean, the hair, the whole thing, it's like sticky and sweet. No, not even sticky and sweet. It's like it's like hard candy, but without Justin Timberlake, which we love,
I love that. So that video was taken yesterday, the video that I sent you all in the chat.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I was like, there's no way this was yesterday in Paris. I was like, because somebody was posting it. I'm like, no, that's 2008 Madonna. And
right.
Nope.
Somebody was like, this is today in Paris. And I found the dancer who posted the video on his story, and it was with her and JR and some other guy. I'm blanking on his name right now. And
Damien Gillet.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And they were in Paris for the show, and she was taking a picture with them. And I was like, oh my God, she looks amazing. Like it is that. And I think I did the side by side on the Instagram story of her in 2008 when she was wearing that pink dress.
Yeah.
And it's like the same, similar, almost like crimped hair. Yep. And I mean, she looks flawless. And I was like, Madonna, she's a time traveler. Like she is a time traveler. And I don't know if it's future or past Madonna that we saw in 2008 or now or whatever, but I'm like, she's a magician.
No, I mean, I think what it is that touring agrees with her. She loves to be on tour. She loves to see people. The last 3 years where she was indoors, idle hands, even though she was keeping busy, I feel like there was a lot of like, yes, ma'am going on. And now she's on tour and she sees the world, and it's where she wants to be,
Yep. Surrounded by people with like minds as well.
Yeah.
Also, she's always got her makeup done right on tour too, right? Versus going to get some coffee down at the corner.
I mean, I'll never forget after the Rebel Heart show I saw in Las Vegas, and there was this club where she was like popping in right afterwards. My friends and I were there, and she just looked like angelic, better than she had during the performance earlier that night. I mean, like a glow. I just couldn't even.
Well, it's like that runner's high, not that I run, but Ben.
Yeah, but you're right.
Like you get that sort of like that like what is it like?
Euphoric feeling.
Yeah, it's like some sort of like energy boost.
Endorphins.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, she's just on a high. That's why.
Yeah, it's like afterglow, but from physical activity versus sex.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks for that.
I need to take care of that more.
It's literally, it's not better than sex, but it's
a close second. Yeah.
It's a parallel feeling. How about that?
Yeah.
I might need to run more now.
Or something.
Yeah, I'm a little dull myself, I have to say.
Well,
Liberty,
that could be it too. Maybe she's getting a little.
No, she said that she wasn't in, I think, one of the other shows in Lisbon or something. She had said how she's like, it's been a while that she needs a man, and it's been a while since she had sex.
Well, it's better.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's better to be alone than badly accompanied, because that last guy, I'm sorry, I feel like he was a bad influence on her,
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion,
But maybe by saying that, it manifested.
And
Put it out there,
Maybe it.
I want to meet Liberty in person.
I want to meet Liberty in person.
I'm going to meet Liberty in person.
There you go.
There you go.
Y'all
I can't
have
believe
not
that I'm
learned
so
how to manifest.
I'm so I feel like Taylor Swift going to Argentina here with like just everybody's so excited about it.
I can't believe she's still on tour. I'm like, isn't she done?
She still has a lot to go.
No, she's banking money. I keep doing it. I keep doing it.
Yeah, she's at the right age to do that, and it's going to be easier on her body. I say go make that $1 billion.
Yeah, well, she doesn't dance. She does 3-hour shows. God love her,
Liberty, do you want to talk about your little sleuthing that you did the other day? Speaking of extending or tours that never end.
Yes. Speaking of tours that never end. So I spied with my little eye this morning in my usual Instagram little dive that I do in the morning just to see what's going on in the world, because that's where we get our news these days. I saw one of the people who I think they are
it's Jason.
One of the dance managers.
So we had Jason from 8-in-1 Creative, his wife
Valerie, who's been a dancer of Madonna's before on different tours, several, I think. Anyway, so she's on the tour again, but I think as a consultant or something. She posted something about.
So her grandmother. So she's on tour with Madonna right now as like a dance consultant or a dance coordinator or whatever, whatever her capacity is, and her grandmother had been visiting her. And so yesterday, her grandmother must have left to go back home. And so she was saying, oh, I can't believe, the time has come. My grandmother has to leave and go back home. And then
if we extend, I'll see you in Asia.
Oh.
So that sounded to me like, and I had already seen MLVC podcast liked it, right? And I was like, oh, Stefan's probably already seen it, but I'll send it to him anyway. And he's like, ooh.
I had missed it. I'd seen the post, but I didn't catch the caption. So I was like, very interesting. So if they extend, we'll see you in Asia. So just in case anyone hasn't seen that post, there's a possibility that maybe Celebration is going to Asia next year.
Yeah, and that also bodes well for Australian fans because,
exactly.
every tour, they're like, please come back.
It has multiple positives. Obviously, the different markets that, obviously we know the demand has got to be there for Asia. Because not only the Asian clientele, but also those who are in Australia oftentimes make that sort of jump to see her in those markets. If possible, that also means that if all is going well and they foresee the eventuality that's good for us here because they know that it's the longevity of the tour that will be able to last through, all of the shows here, plus I would say not necessarily ending. It's a weird place to end Mexico City. Come on. She's going to add more. Yeah. And South America is I think South America is probably on that.
Yeah, like Brazil.
Brazil and Argentina are big markets
for her. Sure. She's not going to abandon
but she will not be returning to Russia, which is
no, probably
that's not happening. No, definitely not.
No.
Yeah. So I thought that was really good news. If, we can read into it what we like, which I always do because, why not?
Oh, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my little investigative reporting. Special
you got
report.
A+ for that one.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you so much. It's the least I can do around here with my minimal jobs.
Reading between the lines. That's what we do at MLVC Podcast.
Go. Yeah.
Speaking of reading, Tony, did you finish Mary Gabriel's book yet?
No, I'm actually up to Evita right now. So I'm making
you're getting your. It's gotta say it's a.
I'm not reading it every night. I had to take a break to read Brittany's book. That took me about 4 hours, one sitting. But
you didn't do the audiobook with Michelle?
No, I'd rather hear it spoken by the author, which is what I'm going to do with the new Barbara Streisand book. That'll be fun. But the book is great. I mean, there's so much information in there, but it's not just information that we already know. It's like the nuances and recurring characters that come back, in her life. And it's a really good read. And
so just so in case you haven't seen, there's been lots of social love from our interview with Mary Gabriel.
Yeah.
So I'm glad people were able to listen to that interview, and so many people, I hope Mary's publisher is thankful that we had her on the show, because people have been like, oh, thanks to your interview, I went out and bought the book. So
awesome.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of that too.
That was a good interview.
She was great. She was so great to talk to.
Yeah.
Like, just so giving.
I'm saving it for my Christmas break after the semester is over.
Smart.
Yeah. No, I've said this before. I love talking to people that aren't necessarily diehard Madonna fans like we are, and hearing their perspective on her and her artistry and her career. It gives us more,
Yeah.
Yeah. I did too. I started it and then broke for Brittany's book, and then now I'm.
How was Brittany's book?
It's good. It's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking. It's tragic.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's so many reasons why Brittany's in the state that she's in.
Yeah.
It comes from so many angles, just like everything where there's a multifaceted situation. But honestly, it just made me sad, more sad really, for
Britney. In the beginning, and it starts out a little tragic, and then the middle part is actually kind of entertaining, and it puts you in a certain place in time. But then when it gets to the third act, when she goes to the conservatorship, it just gets really, really dark. However, though, she does bring Madonna up a few times.
Yep.
And I love the way that she reveres Madonna and talks about her and how much she helped her. Liberty, there's that one part when Britney was living in Manhattan. Britney lived for a while in a building, in the penthouse of a building that was above Tower Records. Between Broadway and Lafayette.
At 68th Street.
Exactly. No.
Oh, downtown.
Downtown, yeah. So she recounts how Madonna went to her apartment, and she was like, once again, in awe of Madonna coming to her house, and looking around and hanging out with her and giving her the Zohar and giving her a bunch of, Kabbalah stuff to study. And, Britney really looks up to her, and she had nothing but great things to say.
That's wild. That's so wild to even think that, like, oh, Madonna came to my apartment.
Right? Can you even imagine, like, oh, you want some popcorn or something?
No, remember she wrote Madonna came to my house, and when she was there, it was like she owned the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that would be anywhere she would go.
Yeah, exactly.
She would do. Yeah.
Okay, so we're changing this, and I don't like this wall color here.
I don't like this furniture here. Can we move this? Yes.
Yes, absolutely. We'll do it.
Where would you like it, Madonna?
That was just a really interesting book.
Somebody in the chat just said they finished the audiobook of the Mary Gabriel. And
I didn't know there was one.
They said they enjoyed it, but the person reading it called Lourdes Lords.
Yeah, I can't do that.
So was it AI or something?
Oh God, it must have been.
Why? How would they get that? That's sad.
Yeah, some fact checker is getting a strongly worded letter.
Whoever produced that audiobook did not do their homework.
They just plugged it into Chat GPT. Can you read this here?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it would take a while to read that one in an audiobook.
Oh my God, that would be hours. That'd be hours and hours, like days and days of reading.
They should have asked me. They should have asked me. I would have done it.
Yeah. I would love
all
to get
four
into
of us. All four of us could have read it.
Oh God, no, not me.
I would love to do that.
To hear that.
You would have. I would have loved to hear your Southern drawl talk about some of that. Oh, that would just.
But it is
talking about precocious little Madonna.
But don't you think it's interesting, the choice to have Michelle Williams do the Britney one? If there ever was evidence to not do AI with any of this stuff, it was. I listened to some of it that was like a free sample, and I was like, "Oh wow, this is the best evidence for why we don't want AI doing all of this stuff because it gave you more than the text even knew that it had to give you as a listener and a reader." I mean, I was this close to being like, "Oh, I might actually pay to download this," and I was just like, "I can't." So.
Well, I don't know if you guys remember back in 1993, SNL did a sketch where it was Phil Hartman as Frank Sinatra reading Madonna's sex book, the audiobook.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And he was like, "I love my vagina," and it was like, "Let's do another take of that, Frank." And he's like, "What am I reading here?"
Is that one on YouTube? I haven't seen that since the episode.
Yeah, we're going to have to find it. I just thought of it, but it was like, like unlikely audiobook, readers, I guess. I don't know.
That's hysterical. Yeah, I was shocked when Michelle Williams was doing I'm like, why is she doing this?
Yeah.
But think about it. They're contemporaries, right? Like they're millennials at the high end of the millennial age range, and their careers kind of came up at the same time together.
But I'm just surprised that she would be available to do it, be affordable to do it, and just be interested in doing it.
I bet she was a
Britney fan.
What? Yeah.
Or maybe Britney chose her. She's like, "I want an Academy Award nominated actress to read my book.
It's got to be Michelle Williams."
Yeah. I mean,
you do a good Britney.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think that's better than your Madonna. I gotta say.
Wow!
I think Christina Aguilera was unavailable for that.
Oh, that would have been something.
Can you imagine?
Wow!
God bless.
Oh my gosh!
But yeah, Ben is right. I mean, they came up at the same time. I think they're probably the same age.
Is there anything like any way to connect it like with Jessica Biel somehow, like with Michelle Williams?
Reaching.
Am I reaching? Okay.
Yeah.
Reaching.
I don't think they appeared in the same time.
Oh, but listen, you having felt the way you felt about Timber Puke. Okay, I'm going to use that word because now
sorry,
I feel that way about him
after reading the book.
He's so problematic.
Yeah,
he's so
terrible.
problematic in the world, just overall.
Yeah, in fact, one of our listeners reached out to me and he said that he created a new sticky and sweet, hard candy playlist with no Justin Timberlake.
No JT, okay.
Yeah, he's been banned and he's been struck from the record as far as that project goes.
Oh my
well,
God.
I mean, I always said I would love to hear a 4 minutes version without Justin, like just a Madonna 4 minutes version, like her singing all the vocals. Like,
I think
and basically any song that he's on, just take him out and put her.
Yeah.
AI must be able to do that.
No, let's find out. Yeah.
Come on, Chat GBT. Oh, speaking of audio, I'm still waiting for a bootleg audio of Celebration Tour. I don't know who's going to send that, but I haven't gotten one yet. I'm just saying.
Who's going to send that?
Who's sending that?
Do people record the audio anymore like we did back in the day?
Some people do.
There are whole shows already, right? Like on YouTube?
There has to be. Maybe I'll just
YouTube is on there.
Especially people that go to multiple shows, it's like I'm going to video this one. I'm going to record the sound for this one.
Yeah. You don't have to send it to me. Just point me in the direction of where I can download it.
Yeah.
So quick internet search. Jessica Biel is 42. Britney is 41. Jessica Biel is 42. Michelle Williams is 43. So all contemporaries.
Okay.
Except Britney was not on a WB show, though.
That is true. And somebody points out Madonna isn't using any hard candy music on her tour. She's pro Britney and now not JT or Timbaland.
Well, that could be. Although after seeing 2008 Madonna come back this week, I am reviving my Justice for Candy Shop campaign.
Yeah. I mean, Candy Shop was a Pharrell joint anyway.
She did something really special at one of the shows recently, a song that
causing a commotion.
Yes, causing a commotion. Shout out to Jeffrey.
But she hasn't done anything like that since that night. She was like causing a commotion. I figured we'd start to see other shows have different songs, and she hasn't, as far as I know.
Wait for the United States.
Songs from Hard Candy?
No. I think so.
No, I'm shocked. Oh, well, so on that, because we've been theorizing about that, how much do we think is going to change from when she leaves Europe and comes to the States? Do we think we're going to get set list changes? I like to think that she might switch it up. Or will she wait for the Asia leg and then switch it up?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say because we all have said that the ending is what really needs.
Oh no, I'm now on board with Bitch I'm Madonna. I'm loving.
Are you okay?
Oh my God, I love it. I love watching her in it. It's hysterical.
I still haven't watched that far into the show.
I haven't watched
I keep trying not to but I keep going back to what Stuart Price said in his interview with Billboard about the fact that when he was brought on to like sort of arrange and master the music back in January, that the set list was pretty much done, which means all those Instagrams she did, like with the jacket and the handwritten list, that literally was all teasing, like the story as set by the art. And that's the thing. She structured it like it's her biopic as a concert. I just don't see the set list changing.
So I kind of agree with Ben too. I feel like it's a well-oiled machine and she needs it to be that way. So there's no, element of surprise.
She was like, okay, I want Stuart back. He was probably really mad at me in 2008 because after Confessions, I didn't call him again. So no hard candy. Okay, no hard candy on the set list. Okay, Stuart, are you okay with that?
But I think Stuart would have made Hard Candy Song sound really good.
Yeah, he could have done.
Yeah.
Like if she had put like your favorite song,
Heartbeat.
Liberty, Miles Away. If she had put Miles Away on the set list,
I feel like he could have done something with Miles Away, and it could have fit into the Live to Tell part. Like after that, it could have been cute.
Yeah.
But how much time is there between the last Europe show and Brooklyn? Is there even time to work?
No, there's not.
Yeah.
There's not.
I feel like
they have to recalibrate all the screens and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think we all know that if there's going to be any variations, it's going to happen acoustically, and it's going to happen in one of those interludes, where she has her guitar and she'll just start riffing on something,
Yeah, I agree. I think it's.
And she's paid for I Will Survive, so she's going to sing that till the last show.
Yeah. I have a feeling that's when I'm going to go out and get nachos.
No, I probably do that during Beast Within. If I'm gonna if anyone needs a bathroom break, Beast Within. I've seen Beast Within. I'm sure the dancers are doing a stand-up
I'm not skipping
job.
Beast Within. That's one of my favorite remixes of all time. Just hearing them talk about it at the Girly Show reunion was so nice. That was so wonderful. Anyway.
What's happening in the chat, Ben? Any dramas? Any arguments?
Let's see.
They're behaving themselves tonight?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm appalled.
Oh, everybody loves
that's very disappointing.
Michelle Williams impersonation. Somebody said they're going to send you the audio track.
Thank you.
People love the bitch on Madonna as a good closer, but she could use an encore. It is weird that there's not at least one encore.
But what would the encore be? Like I'm trying to. I keep running that through my head.
Yeah, all right. True Blue.
It would have, you know what I mean? Like it just seems strange that I think bitch on Madonna is like a perfect.
Wait, she doesn't sing Celebration at all?
At the very end, you sort of hear her sing a little bit of Celebration.
Oh, okay.
It's at the beginning with Bob. He that's where he's sort of like warming up the crowd. He gets you hear the bum 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 bum, and he's getting everybody to clap along to the beat. And then there's a bit of celebration and music at the very end.
Okay,
but it's not. It's like 30 seconds as she's like lowering down.
So maybe.
So somebody in the chat asked, what does everyone think about the kids being in the show? And several people are now saying the encore could be Take a Bow.
It's too slow.
Yeah.
She never goes out on a slow song.
No.
Her albums do, but her tours do not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the kids are older now, so they can do more. I mean, Stefan and I were very concerned for the twins during Madam X, being up until 2 in the morning every night.
Right. They were like 5 years old. No, they weren't. They were like, way too little to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I was too old to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, me too. But now they're voguing and they're playing the piano and dancing, and it's like they each have their own specialty, and I think it works well in that context. I mean, they're not coming out for every single number,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm jealous. I wish I could be on stage with Madonna.
Somebody in the chat. Oh, yeah. Somebody in the chat just said the encore could be Express Yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one hit I Am Surprised is not in the show.
I'm
that
surprised
would be
too.
good.
I mean, talk about of her 5 or 6 songs that are like pure feminist manifestos. She left that one out. And it's not that she's like mad at Stephen Bray, because he's got other songs in the show that he's making money off of. So
yeah, I'm shocked that didn't make it in.
Yeah. All
right. Well, let's manifest that she will play.
Right.
Express Yourself. She will end the show with Express Yourself.
She will add Candy Shop to the set list.
No. Listen, I'll take Express Yourself over Rescue Me, even as much as I love Rescue Me. Because it belongs there.
I thought what would have been fun is, and I know y'all were giving love to Beast Within, but we've seen Beast Within. Give us a video for Rescue Me as an interlude. That we've never had a video for Rescue Me. Give us a fresh video of Madonna. That way she wouldn't have to sing it. but the fans.
But it would be there, yeah.
Sort of like what she did in Drown World Tour with Paradise Not For Me. How she had that beautiful video. Do that for Rescue Me. I would have been happy with that. That would have been great.
Yeah, that would have been amazing.
Or in Sticky and Sweet, didn't she have a Die Another Day video? That was really cool.
And like the boxing,
reinvention when she did Bedtime Story.
Story.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like so any of those videos, like I feel like I don't think that we have any of those in this. There's no like her in the old clips of her. But
the Justify My Love redo video, that was during MDNA, right?
Yeah, that was really cool too. I like that.
Yeah. But then Rebel Heart, there wasn't anything like that, nor Madam
Well,
X,
the opening.
Right?
And the opening
the
of
opening.
Rebel Heart, where it's Are You With Me?
The Maryland dress. Yeah.
I'm a woman. I'm a blonde.
You know, the show is about her career, so we get to see all this footage that we never got to see before on stage with her because she never wanted to go back in time. Well, guess what? Now we're in a time machine and we get to see all this amazing footage, even Cher dissing her, you know, which is so funny, you know?
Yeah. No, it's great. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited for us all to see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Time goes by. So
slowly. Oh, somebody just put in a vote for Skype It's Heaven, and then somebody said back that up to the beat. I don't know about that.
You know, back that up to the beat. When I was in San Francisco, a lot of my younger coworkers were really into that, and I'm like, "Where are you hearing this?" And they're like, "It's all over TikTok." I was like,
"Oh man."
I was like, "Well, I'm glad that the song found another life." You know, I mean. I heard
like it. I think it's a good song.
I like it too. I mean, but I love how different people hear different things, you know?
Well, Tony, before we go, tell everyone to plug your new show.
Oh, yeah. So I have a new podcast called Hello Darkness, and I'm going to post a new episode this week. Our next episode is going to be about River Phoenix and the Viper Room. It's funny, it's dark, it's sad, but it's,
What's the elevator pitch? What's the show about?
Oh, so the show is about the dark aspects of fame. Our first two-part episode was about China Phillips, Bijou Phillips, and Mackenzie Phillips, the Phillips sisters, and it was a lot to unpack. And future episodes will be about Julia Roberts, River Phoenix, and stick with us. I mean, we go deep dive, but we also have a good time doing it. So,
and it's you and who?
It's me and my best friend Shannon that Ben got to meet the other night.
Oh, nice.
Yes, we got a preview of the River Phoenix and Julia Roberts episode just in the group discussion, and I highly recommend that everyone subscribe.
Thank you. No, it's fun, and we go way back. We have a lot to talk about, and we love to deep dive. And Shannon's also she's a writer for the Daily Beast, and she's really good at doing the research. So we're a pretty good team, and I hope you guys.
She's hilarious. Holy crap!
So I hope you guys listen and enjoy and. Send me your feedback. I'd love to hear it.
And Ben, what's going on with you in writing? I feel like you have stuff coming out, poems, books, plays.
I have just some poems coming out in like the next couple months in like fancy journals, yada yada yada. I'm waiting on my cover art to be finished so my book next year can go on pre-sale. I was having drinks with my cover artist in Chelsea on Friday night. It was very fabulous.
What is it? A picture of you?
It is not.
Oh.
But it is a very gay picture, and there might be penises involved.
Yay.
Oh, my God, Benjamin. I'm shocked and appalled.
No. Will this book be released with a Mylar cover?
It will not.
They don't have that budget in the poetry world.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of budget. So.
And Liberty, what about you? What projects are you working on?
Well, working on a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Some music.
I know you've got some music in the pipe.
Yeah, just a little bit. I've been working on just trying to get in that space.
The creative space.
I have really fallen out of it. But
you got to put down Instagram. That's what's killing your vibe.
It's not just that. It is literally this mind suck of what the world is at the moment, where I wonder if I can allow myself these freedms sometimes when there's so many things happening. But it's true.
I mean, this morning I got out of the shower and I was like, I am so thankful that I have hot water to use. Like just something as simple as basic as hot water in today's world. I'm like, I felt so fortunate.
Yeah.
I just had like a little breakdown maybe a few weeks ago, and my husband was like, you need to stop like living in this world of obligation where you feel like you have to. You need to do just what you want to.
Mm-hmm.
And like up until then, I actually hadn't thought about it like that, of where like, yeah, I want to, but I also feel like I have to with certain things. And job is never a want to.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. And I try to make it like sometimes I do feel that until I get to the job. That's what sucks.
Yeah.
But overall, I've been trying to immerse myself in art and trying to go to artful spaces, and to write again.
It sounds like you need a holiday.
Yeah.
I do need. Shall we take a holiday?
Yeah, you need a holiday, or that beast within will get you know?
It'll cause a commotion.
Truly.
Yeah. Just remember, sky fits heaven, so use it.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we're traveling down our own road, so I just feel sometimes like I just got home,
Yeah.
with you guys.
But do you believe in the power? Speaking of the power, I've been working on some more of the poems that sort of began shortly after my mom died earlier this year. And I have to give Liberty props. Her cover of Mother and Father. The other day I was working on some revisions and I just had your version on repeat.
Oh, thank you.
Like almost 3 hours. It was just you singing in my head as I was like working my way through. I have this suite of like 8 of them that I've put together in like a little micro chat book. And yeah. So
thank you. I just thought
everybody needs to go find her album that's on Spotify and listen to her cover of Mother and Father. It really is spectacular. It really is.
I need to put more. I need to do more, and it's partly finding the time. Next week I'll have a little time.
Okay, give us a Christmas gift, please.
There you go.
I sure will, Santa baby.
Well, remember, everybody, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads at MLVC Podcast. If you'd like to donate to the show, help keep the show going, we're on Venmo at MLVC Podcast. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you tick that subscribe button so you never miss a video. I'm going to be going live with some more people attending the celebration tour around the world, so you don't want to miss those reviews. And of course, all 4 of us will be getting together in the near future again to tell you what Madonna's doing and maybe what not Madonna's doing. So hit that subscribe button. That's our show for today. Liberty, Ben, Tony, always a pleasure.
Great to see you guys.
Don't hang up because I have to end the show first and then so do something else.
Do my eyebrows.
I'll do my eyebrows. They're getting really bushy. I need to pluck them.
I saw her bush.
Liberty, this is YouTube.
Bobby Brown got arrested for fucking on stage.
I'm talking about.
All right, that's it. Enough. I'm quitting the live stream right now.
She slid between the bed and she couldn't get out.